Alright.
Alright. We're gonna converse with, Susato. A telegram. So what was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh, snap, you know what I forgot? I forgot to begin this chapter with the opening. It's okay, it's okay.
Whatever.
Oh, a telegram? What, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Hmm.
Okay. Sorry, but you're not gonna get away with that. Well, I didn't think I would. Oh. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing. Nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. It was just a boring old telegram. That's 3 times now that she's tried to fail to convince me it was nothing. Why is she so...
Suspicious activity.
I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. Well, now, come on now, don't be like that. Don't just leave me hanging. You know, the last person that left me hanging...
Yeah, they wouldn't do that to her.
Better not. I suppose, Soseki-san will be arriving back in Japan by now, wouldn't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after the terrible ordeal. Which would mean we should have completed the voyage already, or be just a few days away. A fortnight ago.
Oh, there he goes.
We had the very long telegram from him, do you remember? Complaining of seasickness. But by and large, it seems the voyage has been going well. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? It's... I'm just wondering what might have become of Soseki-san had he stayed in London, that's all. You mean as regards Lord Van Zieks, the Reaper? Yes. I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled into insignificance in that case.
The Reaper.
The Reaper. What is it they say? That no one who stands in the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right?
Rinnosuke, you weren't there for that.
Like the way the nightmarish trial ended on the very day we arrived in London. That was kind of like a crazy start.
It sure was.
Even 2 months now, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yeah, we just completely like forgot about that. Yes, but at least Soseki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means. We don't know what happened to him. That's the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps? Even if that's the case, it's little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, I would mean he wields the sword of justice himself. Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding the sword against more acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Van Zieks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Oh, 2 months and this man's like at the court business.
He doesn't...
See, I know nothing of this case, so I'm very curious. Very, very curious about how this is gonna play out. I don't know a thing.
Yeah, you don't know anything.
Oh? Yes, since Soseki-san's trial, he's withdrawn from judicial service again, it seems. Well, we did that bad. Really. Just
Shook
like
him.
before, when he wasn't seen in court for 5 years, in fact. All for several years. So, it's just been me who's had to face him in his recent spat of trials, then. Just my luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come... I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry? What was that? Oh boy. Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, sure. Susato, do you want to see my armband?
Do you want to see the armband? I actually want to know her thoughts on it. It means a great deal to me, you know. That you cherish his, his armband so and wear it each time you appear in court. Well, it's very important to me. It's what shows that I'm a lawyer, and whenever I wear it, I feel as though it gives me strength through Cosma. Oh, I absolutely can't be without it, especially when I'm in a crucial point in a trial. He just like holds on to the other armband. Oh.
Right.
But just the other day, I noticed you wearing it when we went to visit that park.
He wanted to take Cosmo to the park, okay?
Sometimes I forget to take it off. Yeah, that's what that was. I guess we're gonna go to Sholmes' suite and eat breakfast with Iris.
Thanks for breakfast!
Okay.
Remember to look at the blackboard when you get the opportunity.
Morning, Runa! Morning, Susie! Oh god, the music!
What's the problem?
No! Is he playing terrible music over there? Oh!
Don't worry about it.
Good morning, Iris! Iris. What is it Sorry, I can't even read. What is it, Runa? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. Why would he know how a cat being strangled is like?
You know.
Yes, you've noticed it, did you?
Cosmo's a cat-coded, isn't he? Dan, Sholmes! What are you doing over there? Put that down!
Sholmes, put that down, please! Haley, isn't it the best form this morning, it seems?
Mm-hmm.
Aww!
Are you good?
Oh my god.
Hello.
Why? What's wrong? Hello? Mr. Sholmes? Good morning. What's happening? Oh!
Good morning to die, perhaps.
Oh my god, what's happened to him?
Bro, same.
Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes?
Oh
You look
god.
miserable. And the way you were playing the violin before.
My analytic mind is dead. Music is dead. My words.
What happened to him? Hello?
Damn this blanched existence!
Oh, he's contemplating existing.
That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. Okay.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Susato, have you ever been depressed before? Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate?
Oh, he looks so pitiful.
Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me, if it's not too much trouble.
I like how the text is going absolutely slow.
He's depressed.
Kitty!
No!
Oh, look, it's the Calico Cat!
Yeah. So Seki-san's kitty.
Oh, look, it's Wagahai.
Wagahai.
Wagahai? Good morning, boy! Oh, it's a very rare calico boy.
Oh boy. Meow.
That must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. It doesn't even look like a door is there.
Right?
But how did it get there? They probably invented it. There you go. Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful! Let me help you, Iris.
It would indeed be a fine day to die.
Ah, I knew something looked different.
Are you okay?
Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. What was there? What's that big contraption that was there? What?
Okay, remember to look at the blackboard.
Okay.
And the fireplace.
Okay. This is where Iris notes down ideas, isn't it? Let's see. What does it say today? Ah, the Buscombe mystery? The Valley mystery. Oh, how intriguing. It must be the title of Iris's latest work. Oh my! I wonder what fantastic tale awaits us. Susato-san looks like an angel, but I bet she's dreaming of the most unsavory crime you could imagine. Okay.
I'll do that to her.
The fire is burning comfortably in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to a Japanese hibachi somehow. Oh, look at that photographic print of a lady displayed on the mantelpiece. Could it be? Yes, it must be. It's the woman. Oh, how exciting. Is that supposed to mean something to me? Oh, yeah. The woman! Where?
It's, I think, that picture in the yellow frame.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
Well, Iris. Wagahai. Mr. Natsumi's cat seems to have settled into his new home then. Oh, we took the cat. Oh yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy. Oh, Jesus.
It would appear his previous owner is completely forgotten to him.
Oh my god, Sholmes, I didn't expect
Cats
to ever
are
see
unfeeling creatures, their muse as empty as the hearts of the muses.
Is he is he jealous the cat is here?
There's something going on with him. Becky, have you ever just had a bad day? You ever been depressed? You ever been mentally ill before? Can we see more of that waste, Jones?
If Mr. Natsumi had not mentioned of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place. Oh, wait. I expect he would have taken him if he could. But pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. It's true. And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. You know, who could have avoided? No, I'm just kidding. She pushed him.
He did. I bet Cosmo still, he still would have died, I bet, regardless of the cat being there or not. Well, I mean, if the cat was there, it wouldn't have...
Well, the cat put him off balance, and he could have just, like, tripped and fell on his butt, but the fact that she pushed him as he tripped made him stumble, you know.
Yeah. She also wouldn't have been in the first place.
I mean, the cat would have been fine. He would have just stumbled over the cat and, like, maybe, like, hurt his arm or something, you know?
Yeah.
Something
broke his arm.
Yeah, broken arm. He could still do the... You know, he could still be on trial and everything, you know?
Yeah. But no.
Well, I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable. Oh.
Cute.
Yes, he really is. Oh yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from? Oh, you noticed? You are observant, Runo. Look, I used this. It's my latest invention. What is that? I call it the cat flap mat. Flapper-mat. Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats. That's right. I can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. Wouldn't it have been quicker just... Wouldn't it have just been quicker just to make the cat flap rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? What? What did I just read? Well, yes, maybe, but now I could make cat flaps anywhere I'd like.
She's got a point.
Thing. Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us in the door of our office upstairs, Iris. She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. What do you mean unconventional? Hehehe.
Alright, what's going on over here, huh? What's wait, where is he?
Sir? He's
hello?
He's not here actually.
Oh wait, no, back out of the look. Maybe he's
Oh my god! Wanting to die.
Yeah, tell me about wanting to die, Sean.
His machine is missing. I'm like, where's the contraption over here? I like how it just points out the machine is missing. It doesn't let you guess what was that. It's just like machine's missing. It's like, oh. Right. It's been like missing item, you know? You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What happened?
Oh, hold on. May I? It used to be the case that in my hands, this violin sung like the dawn chorus. It's melody, dulcet tones that make flowers bloom.
It would?
But now, my muses are unamused with me. The goddesses of music have thrown me over.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
For hours I bowed, or forebode. For days even, through the night I have endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone. Gone forever. No more recitals of unbridled emotion.
Well,
she doesn't care.
You haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? Don't worry. I'm sure it will come back to you in time.
Just get over it. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on a man, the next day unmercifully withdraw it.
Oh, dear.
Ugh! Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what is left, for pity's sake? What is left?
Deduction, perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for?
You don't get it.
Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but your desk looks rather empty today.
Oh, well done, Mr. Sato. Your observational skills do you credit.
Oh no, Mr. Sholmes. They pale in insignificance when compared to yours. You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? You mean Hurley's great and
analyticscope.
Analyticscope. That's at Windy Banks now. Sorry, it's at a Windy Bank? That's what I was thinking. No, Windy Bank! The pawnbroker! What? Why is it there? What happened? Pawn? What? You mean you've pawned the enormous machine of yours? No!
It has some considerable value, you see, quite undeservingly.
Oh my god, why did he pawn it? But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I would have gladly passed that little income, what little income I have to you. No, please, Susato, we need that.
Dear madam, things are far from desperate.
Alright.
Susato said, I'm gonna throw all my money at you. Top 10 like, OnlyFans supporter.
Oh my god. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate?
Making use of a pawnbroker is quite ordinary in London, I assure you.
It is? It doesn't sound ordinary at all. This man.
It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works.
Oh! What's to understand exactly? How pawnbroking works.
Don't you be doing those kind of sighs that I be doing at work.
What did you mean when you said you didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works?
To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks.
Banks?
On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to the pawnbroker of choice. For the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week.
And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they earned. I had no idea. That has been a fascinating lesson for us. Or this has. Everyone does it, you see, especially people in inner London.
And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn should the need arise.
Oh, how ingenious. So wherever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windy
Banks.
Yeah, Windy Banks, you see? It's literally Windy Bank.
Yeah. Oh, Windy Bank?
A Windy Bank.
A pawnbroker can be thought of as an extremely secure vault.
Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain? Of course you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? At this point, I don't think you care.
To be honest, what does it matter?
There he goes.
The world is dead to me now. Bro, same?
Oh my god, there we go again.
You wanna see my armband?
Subtle tap of my finger on the trigger.
You should have shown him your armband when you had the chance.
Uh-oh. Oh, what was that? Waggy High? Oh my god, what's happening? Wagga High.
Waggy Eye. What was that? Jones.
Oh my god, my throat.
Can you do me a favor real quick and press X? Thank you.
I know. Did you hear me? I said my throat.
I heard. I just saw you were sitting there.
No, I was like letting my throat catch up with everything. God. Oh no! Wagga High's tangled up in your violin! Oh boy. I think he thinks it's a toy! No, what's he doing to it? Uh-oh. Oh dear, Mr. Schultz's precious violin. There he goes.
Why should I care?
What? Oh, no, my glasses are dirty.
I shouldn't be surprised. Clean your glasses, though.
I did, and I thought I got all the smudgies off of them, but apparently not.
Maybe you smudged it again by mistake.
Looks better now.
If the cat is more accomplished musician than I, now.
cat just randomly jumps into the violin, like, alright.
And he's like, wow. Okay.
Mr. Sholmes really is in poor spirits, isn't he? Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives. Shall I, Hurley? Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. Oh my god.
Wait, show me your band. Finally. He's probably gonna be like, whatever, wish I was dead.
Mr. Sholmes, could I ask your opinion about this?
Yeah? You lure me to raise my languid head with the promise of some mental exhaustion. Sorry! Yet in my morbid depression, I am confronted with the most mundane of problems.
Oh.
My mind finds greater stimulation in the unforgiving monotony of the floor than in your miserable offering. Hello?
What is it? Oh my god! This I did not do this to be shamed! Always glad to help.
Oh, my head weighs heavy on my shoulders. Why don't you go sit down?
Wow. Okay.
You're moving?
What's that?
Maybe we should assess the damage.
Where is it? That's what I was looking for.
You open your eyes.
Where? Wait, hold on.
You don't know where the violin is?
It's literally right here. Hold on. I was like, I went back and I was like, it's literally right here. Why can't I see it? It blended in. So this is the violin, is it? Okay.
It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari.
Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me.
I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. This man talking slower than Kenjiro Suda.
He sure is.
And until today, it had been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I have made. I ask you, is there any reason to live in a world devoid of music? To tolerate this blanched existence? No! There's none!
Mr. Sholmes?
What, dear madam, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine.
Uh-oh.
This man said I can't wait for someone to kill me.
Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think?
Hmm?
What do you mean, Miss Susato? Oh, Susie's right! Yes, the tone of the wood is completely different. And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before. Wait, it's not even the right size, is it?
What's this? Sean stands with his like back out, like
I know.
he got his chest puffed out.
Let's make sure his spine is rightly aligned. I'm terribly
Showing off his booba.
I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. Oh my god.
And what?
Oh my.
Damn, shows that diaphragm.
I believe it's an entirely different instrument. Oh, a viola. Called a viola.
Nice.
Oh.
What? No, get up off the floor!
This man was so taken aback by not having a violin, but in fact a viola. He just freaking just like jumps. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you alright?
You're right. You're quite right. It's, how do you not know? Like, yeah, they look the same, but not that. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius? Varius, perhaps? So, what, pray, is this piece of stringed flotsam? I know who flotsam is.
Not your faithful
Oh?
performing partner, then? Ah, I see what must have happened. You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. It sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happened if we ask her.
Why don't you just tell us instead of making us ask you,
my
Iris?
God. Iris!
Jesus.
What's with the mix-up? What did you mean by a mix-up, Iris?
Well, you see, this viola, I mean, was at Windseybank, until last week.
Uh-oh.
At the pawnbroker's?
Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner!
Oh, so he's good now, like he...
Oh my... Now he's like,
This guy.
He's like, oh, I wasn't playing my regular instrument. No wonder it wasn't working.
Jesus. There's a proverb from the East which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows.
Now he acts like he knows it.
Always let a beloved child travel.
Yes, indeed.
So you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in hopes that it would experience personal growth? Oh, what a wonderful idea! What?
Sure.
Alright.
There's certain methods to madness, you see. Last week I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear Mr. Winterbank mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead. My ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber.
That rhyme. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings.
A fine state of affairs this is, and why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo. Never trust a pawnbroker. They'll try to fiddle you every time.
That fiddle.
But earlier you told us that you would think of a brokery as an extreme secure value.
Vault? Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Dilling-dalling will get you nowhere.
Sorry?
Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect, fessing your coffee so obtusely. Who are you punching? Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency for which you are faced?
We must visit Mr. Windybank's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes?
Bro, can't Ryunosuke sit there and eat his toast without getting forced to leave the house? Like, let the man eat his bread. Precisely, Miss Susato, without a moment's delay.
But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs.
Tell you, let this man eat. Please. My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect, to press your eggs ever so obtusely?
Alright, say no more. Let's go then.
Ryunosuke, bring your breakfast
Don't
with
worry,
you.
Runo. I'll be happy to heat it up for you again later.
Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I am rather curious to see what a British pawnbroker looks like. I am quite curious, but my freaking bacon and eggies.
Bakey eggy.
Oh,
Baker
two
Street?
different. Okay, outside. Okay, wait. I want to present this. Would he say more about it?
No, he's not depressed.
I must stop you there. Oh,
I must stop you there, Mr. Naruhodo. Unofficial I may be, but I am nevertheless a professional. I couldn't examine such a humdrum item.
Oh.
Okay. For anything less than £5.
excuse.
I need to pay you to look.
No, I didn't mean. I really want you to examine it. I just wanted to ask if.
My dear fellow, as a professional consulting detective, I couldn't possibly venture an opinion. For anything less than £5.
Are you perhaps hoping to purchase a new telescope in the near future, Mr. Sholmes?
Indeed I am. As you know, it has long been an ambition of mine to discover a new star and name it for myself. Okay.
Alright. Because your earthly stardom isn't enough? Get him.
Ryunosuke, you're gonna lose your mind
Hold
when he
on,
discovers
I want to go to
128B
Iris.
Sholmes.
I didn't.
Oh, there was. Oh, yeah,
I
sure.
actually can't.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Rip. That's probably why, huh?
Aww.
Whatever.
Okay, we'll move.
Oh, bye, Iris.
Bye, Iris. We'll see Sholmes and... I guess we go Baker Street real quick. We go outside and then we go. Oh.
Okay, well, nobody had anything to say.
Okay, we're not there, but like a bustling.
It's an
London
option, so
street
surely it'll be
on
used
which
later.
Can be found Mr. Sholmes' office and Windybank's pawnbrokery. It's a large park near too. Let me examine the spot here. Okay, there's
It's
that
a nice place.
It is. Oh, that place is. Oh, store for rent. There's nothing there. There's the pawnbroker. It's literally right down the street.
Yeah. Walking distance.
Huh. Look at all the different things in the window of this shop. Oh, I think I saw art today, actually, of, like, Sholmes in the pawnbrokery and, like, the other two outside staring at the stuff from the outside. I did see art of that today. I did retweet it. I think
That's
it was this
funny.
morning. That's kind of... I like how it's funny when I'm going through something or right after we play something, I see it on my TL. And I'm just like, what is the coincidence? What are the odds that I'm going to see the exact thing that I was playing or going through right here? That was just crazy to me.
Yeah, it's a nice little.
Ah, that's Wingsbank, the brokery.
It looks much smaller than a pawnbrokers in Japan, doesn't it?
Oh. Yes, you're right. I found pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally.
Reminds me of a tearful pairing with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruhodo.
Aw. Okay.
You know me.
We move.
Alright, now time to go into the pawnbrokery.
Yeah. Okay.
What's going on in here, huh? A lot of clocks.
The shoes hanging, hats, clocks. Two little dolls over there.
You could probably find a nice Hazama brand hat up there.
So this is a British pawnbrokery.
Oh my! There's all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid eyes on before.
Ah, Susato-san. That spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like this?
Oh yes. I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things, I don't
don't understand is a real thrill for me.
Oh, unfortunately, he's geared out. My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. Watch out for Susato, damn!
Mr. Sholmes means business, too, juggling from the spark of fury in his eyes. He's with a freaking bopper. Oh!
Hey, Mr. Windybank!
I guess you're going to voice him. I'm voicing like...
Me?
Yeah. Be Mr. Windybank.
I think you should do it.
Me?
Trust me. Trust me, I think you should do it.
Ah, Mr. Sholmes, sir, welcome back. I don't know what voice to give him.
Did you hear that brazen welcome?
I don't know how... Well, yes. We are potential customers, after all.
We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo. It's time to inform Mr. Windybank of our ire. Who's we?
You?
Come. The fight is afoot.
Aha, the fight is afoot. Okay.
Just a innocent old man. Naturally, you'll recall this, which I received from you some days ago.
Yes.
This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windybank. The color of the wood is different, it has holes in it, it's not even the same size.
A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. An excusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There's only one way to make amends.
Bro, Windybanks!
I thought he was just gonna take off and leave.
You not come back.
He grabbed the gun. I was like, hold on! I shall have to take my own life.
Sean's just like, I don't think that will be necessary, do you?
The way he has facial expression. If I may just make one thing before I pop it.
Yes?
It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon yourself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Oh my god.
Sorry?
As I recall, I entered the storage room to fetch her violin when I heard, here it is.
You did?
And when I turned the convert, you had taken the violin and left, sir. However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me.
No, stop, my dear fellow, the fault is mine! Jones, get up, stop him! Windybank saying freaking one more thing before I pop off is too much.
It would appear that the fight is over.
I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windybank. Evidently my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Those are words.
Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Herlock Sholmes without that. Questionable disposition now, would you?
I do believe you may be right, sir. It probably laughs like Titus. Ha ha ha!
Oh my god. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I needed to remind you of the particular collection of items you've brought through my door in the past.
Oh? Particular items?
or peculiar. In the extreme, madam, for example, the unpolished manuscript of an
Anonymous
work, the novels of Sherlock Holmes, or so such.
Oh my, a new full-fledged novel? And published? A story I've yet to read, you mean?
Whoa,
Forgive me!
Wait, before you die, you must tell me more!
Susato, please!
Susato! Before you die. Oh my god.
Inosuke just stands here,
I
lets
must
these
know
things
more!
happen.
Tell me everything!
Wow, Susato-san is really fired up now.
Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof?
Well, one day the gentleman here brought an old metal chest, you see. Oh?
I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windybank.
For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir. Not a farthing more for everything.
It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript recounting the adventures of one Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I beg your pardon? A manuscript? Me after I see Cosmo.
God. Oh my goodness, Mr. Asogi, hold on a second.
Asogi Kazuma! Oh my dear Lord Jesus. Oh, hold on. You wish to deposit a manuscript?
Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here.
And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mysteries lies dormant in my storage room. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this?
I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Baby, what are you hiding?
Of course, sir, of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you, on my life. This is all very strange.
Can someone get that gun out of his hands?
Yeah, he has no trigger discipline. I wonder,
because he's ready to do it.
Could I ask you something? A gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that's sable suit. I suppose I would offer your 6pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry? But for your splendid attire, ma'am. 5 guineas, no less. The colors are exquisite, the design exotic, Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say.
Oh my, 5 guineas you say? How interesting.
Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? I feel like your clothes are so dull.
Just my freaking student uniform, my Gakuen uniform, come on.
Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it say that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, indeed. Many of our customers utilize the establishment as you described. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure stowage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, their terms are happily returned.
But what happens if they don't pay you the money?
Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me.
So you never sell items before the 2 months have passed then?
That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only is for me to end it all. Oh,
The very idea, Mr. Windybank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually.
Sholmes.
Hold on a second. This whole morning, you're like, I want to die so bad.
This morning we woke up, Says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die, only this morning.
I mean, it do be like that. And let us not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs.
Oh, what sort of measures?
I engineered a simple device which Mr. Windybank has installed here in his shop. I call it the Red-Handed Recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Windybank?
Ha! What was that deep sigh? Oh, ha! Deep sigh about. Oh boy. What on earth is a red-handed recorder?
Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two just below the ceiling.
Eh?
There.
I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device.
Very astute. It is indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. This, background noise.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop.
Here, I have an example I can show you.
Ah yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness. That's not too bad.
Really, that's extraordinary.
Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look!
So you see, were someone to enter the premise with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed.
But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals?
Indeed, as you say, my dear madam.
Now, what if the incident were to occur in between times?
One could only say that would be a cruel twist of fate.
Well...
Straight up, what are you gonna do?
I must confess, your device has been giving me some cause for distress of late.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Windybank? Surely they are nothing but distressing. Reassuring is the word.
It's the cost of the film, sir. You're most graciously placed not one but two cameras in my shop, after all. Oh my goodness. Which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. Uh-oh. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. This man be saying that really is your problem now.
Dang, well, what are you gonna do? Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbroker, you know? My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price.
Oh, heavens help us.
Ooh.
Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin.
Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Windybank.
And perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop, Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt.
That someone's gonna be him. Ryunosuke.
You're not! Sorry? I've only loaded a single bullet, so not one but myself could possibly be harmed. What? This is Russian roulette.
Pretty much, but he knows.
That's not really what I meant.
Good day to you then, Mr. Windybank.
This man's like, I got what I got, I'm gone. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, now we can explore at last.
She just wants to take a look around. Well, let's look at this whole shop.
Okay. Oh, I can't really go that far.
Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does?
It seems to have 2 windows for looking through.
Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you're looking at is a stereoscope.
A stereoscope? Fascinating.
She couldn't say it.
That's me. Just me with words.
It is amply named, I assure you. Just look through the eyepieces and see for yourself.
Oh, I should be enlightened too. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look.
Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically, as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed.
Oh.
However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. She's gonna do it.
Alright then, I'm going to try it. Mr. Naruhodo, you must see at once!
Alright then. So I need to be cross-eyed. Like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Yeah. What's happening? What? Oh, it's her!
Juror number 2.
What the? I don't believe it. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it.
Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them.
Why are people meddling with such black magic?
Ah yes, the magic.
Here we go.
It is no magic, my dear madam. It's, well, far too complicated to explain at present. Shall we save this lesson? We shall save this lesson for another day.
I'm
He doesn't want to explain.
He's like, he's not going to explain at all.
The same vibes as, like, go to France and ask.
What an assortment of things there are on those shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clogs, and watches. Almost anything you care to imagine.
Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker.
What does that really mean, though?
When you pawn or oh my goodness, I know how to say this word, but for some reason it's out. Call it quali pop an item. The broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not...
Excuse me.
He is free to display it in his shop for sale at a price of his choosing.
Oh yes, now you've explained it. I've noticed little price tags on everything.
Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow.
This is my clothes!
It's the only pair I got.
My treasured university uniform? Never! It embodies my student spirit. Like, no!
Look at this! What could this lovely big shiny box be?
That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country?
Oh my. Yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before.
Shall we listen a while?
Sure.
What a sublime sound! It's like the
Sublime.
It's like the music of angels.
I've never heard anything like it before in my life.
This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside on which the notes to be played for are recorded. Why are we learning this? Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played. He just wants to tell us. He wants us to know.
My goodness, what a simply delightful machine.
Indeed, though, their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course.
Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace.
Yeah?
You can say that again, sister.
Ugh. Oh.
Sure, Mr. Winnipeg, we gotta look at your counter.
Look at that enormous
Ledger.
open at the counter there.
The gun, though. Mr. Windy Bank is, if nothing else, a very particular about recording the items. Huh?
It's not you.
Oh, my bad. I was just in
It's
the moment.
whatever.
I was also looking at, yeah.
I also thought it was Ryunosuke, because
Yeah.
it seems like he would say.
He'd have to be, otherwise he'd get himself into all sorts of troubles. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than the ledger.
Gun.
This revolver here. Yeah, I held something like that.
Ryunosuke has held a gun before,
He has.
What are you gonna do?
Why would he pick up a
It's-
gun, though? I still, like...
I mean, he
just
said
picks
it
up guns.
himself that, what was it? That he thought that it was, John's gun? Was it John Wesley? He thought it was his gun. He bent down to pick it up, then he heard the gunshot. And he stood up. But honestly, I would have just left it on the floor. Been like, that's none of my business.
Him picking up is just like, oh, sus.
Especially since he turned around to look at him with the gun in his hand. It's Kazuo over there. He would have been like, Ryunosuke, don't pick up that gun. Do not entertain even a single thought of pilfering an article herein, my dear fellow. I assure you, Mr. Windybank would not hesitate to draw that weapon with speed, belying his portly size.
Oh, you don't mean he'd...
The Papa Cap in your ass.
Blow his brains out? Indeed. In recompense for his blunder. Bro, could you word that any nice?
Oh my. But in any case, of course, we would never do such a thing. How could you even suggest it?
There seems to be a little room hidden behind the curtain there. I mean...
That leads to the storage room where Mr. Windybank keeps articles that are currently in pawn.
Ah, I see.
Hold on. There's nothing of particular interest inside. I certainly wouldn't recommend any loss in this activity.
Recommend or not, it's not something I tend to do.
There is but one key, and Mr. Windybank keeps it in his pocket at all times. Before he sleeps, he places it into a small pot which he slides under his pillow. How do you know that?
How on earth do you know about that, Mr. Sholmes?
I am a detective, sir. It is my business to know what others do not. I am frequently assailed by information that I neither care for nor wish to retain.
Mr. Sholmes, you are a wonder! And the prime suspect of this pawnbrokery in every, Pawnry is ever burgled. Okay. A
few more things you haven't looked at.
Hold on there.
On the right. Far right is stuff you haven't looked at.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see it now. Look at this. Whatever could it be used for? I have no idea. Ah. There's a small catch just here. Look. We're going to open it, aren't we? Oh, nice! That's amazing! It has some sort of spring-like mechanism, which we'll never manage to put back to the way it was before. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What are you doing?
What?
Nothing.
Nothing! Nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of two windows sold through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this somewhere. Oh, the calendar. That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? April 15th. Today's date.
Give it up for day 15!
That's not for sale, I must point out. It is a Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following date.
The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windybank.
And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see? So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job.
What? Only tuppence for it? That ain't fair and you know it!
I know who that is.
As soon as you see the frickin' Cockney accent, could only be one person.
Best I can't afford more. Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter.
Come on, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it?
I've said all I need to say, young girl. Yep.
There she is. Yeah. Ooh, sporting her new Hazama jacket.
Know? Yep. I'm sure I recognize her. Oh yes, it's the young girl from Mr. McGilded's trial 2 months ago. There she is.
That's why I didn't want to be Windybank, because I didn't want to be too many people again, you know?
Okay.
She just answered all your questions.
Nah, do not give Mr. Gilded the ooh.
He doesn't deserve it.
Oh, looking cute as ever.
Yes, ma'am. Go on, Bennett, you lot! Oh, okay, well, there she goes.
Sis! Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well.
Eh? Well, you remember me then, do you?
Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure.
So, what are you doing in here? Down and out like the rest of us? Nothing to eat? Come to pop that black weasel? Sorry. Coat, have ya?
What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it?
Well, good day, unless I'm much mistaken. He would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Mr. Sholmes!
What?
So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article and I shall negotiate with Mr. Winterbank on your behalf. Hold the other one, I don't need no help from some stuck-up D. Get out of my business, go on, or I'll make trouble for you.
Oh.
Okay. As you wish, Mr. Strahd, I will happily remove myself from your presence. There he goes.
He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiating here. What is that thing he has in his hand? What kind of metal disc?
And you, go on, leave me alone.
Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest. Susato-san can really stand her ground when she wants to. Oh yes.
Whatever.
Well. Oh no, that's not what I need to do.
That's not it.
Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade.
Yeah, well, I am, alright. I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That a problem, is it?
Oh no, not at all. It's just that, well...
Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking.
Here we go.
That thing probably don't even belong there. Probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can't see it written over your Chevy Chase.
Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruhodo? Alright then, I'm just going to come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people?
Yeah, well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. Suppose. Sometimes.
You're not going to deny it either, Miss Lestrade?
But not this time, alright? I swear that thing belongs to me.
The disc that Mr. Winterbank is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this.
Alright.
Mr. Winterbank, what exactly is the metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface. Ah, this is a metal disc, you see, for use inside a music box. In a music box?
What? You don't even know what music box is? You Eastern lot ain't too savvy, eh?
I know what a music box is. I've just never seen one of those discs before. Small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. It's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc?
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see, British-made, German, Swiss. I have no knowing of which particular machine this disc was made for. Ah, I see. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady fitted it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny.
That's a packet of lies. He told me he did. He said it was, well... Who's he?
He? Who? Oh.
He who? Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. That disc was good money. I know it is.
Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you?
Ugh.
She's been in before, of course. This little what a tatter?
Tatterdemalion? I don't know.
Hello?
Tatterdemalion.
I see. And brought
sounds
some
like a new Avenger.
dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add.
Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me.
So, is there something dubious about the disc she brought in today? Well, if only it were that simple. Sorry, what do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. Wait, now it's a storage... Hello.
Ah, a storage ticket. So, Miss Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs storing.
Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight, but as she gave me the ticket for it, and repaid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her.
But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windybank.
The little scamp is wearing it, madam.
Oh my god.
Dang! It's the overcoat that she redeemed. Oh. She's cold!
Yeah, what? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. Can a girl not wear her coat?
So,
she's
what about the
cosplaying
disc
out here.
then? How does that come into it all?
The disc is something else. A new article to pawn if the girl and I can agree a price. Oh, here we go. I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say. For this heavy black coat which you returned to her care, as I understood it. That's right, yes, and rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put that thing on, she went rifling through the pockets. Oh, you mean...
Why is he looking up and down? Well, don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady?
Ah, I see. So it comes from the pocket of the overcoat. Did it?
If you mean the disc, then yes, exactly, madam.
And she immediately tried to pawn it.
For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think.
Give it up, I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would.
Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place?
Well... me.
It doesn't really appear to be your size.
Me old man! It's me old man's, ain't it?
I don't know, you're questioning that. It should be questioning.
It is, Miss Lestrade?
Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious.
Alright, who's out of my way, pleasing?
Out of my way, please.
You or me?
Oh.
Oh my god, it's Okumura
Who's
Koshu.
this? Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Sir!
This guy's crazy!
I guess I could be me. I'm fine with it.
You're
Good
fine
day
with
to
being
you,
Koshu,
ladies,
of course.
gentlemen.
Try to sound like
How do you
Uchi.
want me to sound?
Whatever. What's your problem, eh? Sound like a man, huh?
There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I've a matter to discuss with the
Proprietor.
proprietor. Papaya. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve.
Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. You think you're such a gent? You should know how to wait in line.
Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket.
Who are you? How do you know who I am?
The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems.
What? You mean from you?
Broker! Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
I believe
OMG.
this filthy pickpocket thief has just redeemed an article from you. No. Yes, The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
Oh my!
You gonna see some drama? No, that's a lie. What are you trying to pull?
Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to
What's that
say,
mean?
any music box discs too.
No, you can't have it. You just can't.
This JoJo looking mother.
Right? It's the old man's. Oh, it was. Now it's mine.
Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation.
Yes. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail.
What's going on, Gina?
This man. Okay, we're gonna talk to Gina first.
The accusations,
dun.
let's go. Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying...
What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swear on my life I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before.
Let's hear it now, you little ragmuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now.
No, I swear it. I swear to God.
It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again. Oh yes, as you can see, I am a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time I've been targeted by those backslum scoundrels. Just say a slur. I dare you. Now
I dare
then,
you. Say it.
relinquish my overcoat. Come along now, Mr. Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. Oh, you're going to cause trouble. I shall have no choice but to call the police.
Hold on. Why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy comb, and you think I'm the dodgy one? She does have a point.
I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you.
Oh, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on, let's see it.
Oh, I have evidence. Naturally.
You what? Evidence.
Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman.
Of course. We need only consult Mr. Windybank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place.
Yes, brilliant. I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Oh!
I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. Strict. But why not? Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity.
Yes, I see. But then how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it?
Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir, might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course, it's...
You could just say it, you don't have to do that.
Professor. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. A watchword. Interesting. Well, Miss Lestrade, it's not looking good for you.
Looks like you're gonna take this
So,
out.
about those watchwords, Mr. Windybank. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why certain customers like to keep...
I barely didn't notice it. I'm like, what?
I didn't
Where's he
either. I
looking
was
at?
reading the line and I look over and I see who he's looking at. There are many reasons why
God.
certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it?
Great detectives have no dark secrets. None at all.
Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. The date of deposit, the description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, when I give the storage ticket to the customer, when someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if the person tells you the correct watchword, you return the article? That's right, sir. Yes. Just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. And I have supplied you with the information you require already, but for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago, on 15th of February. With the watchword of Professor. Ah, perfectly correct information, sir.
But ow!
Really, this is beyond a joke now. There is no further room for doubt.
Ugh.
And I guess I'm going to look at this man.
Time to speak to this guy. What do you have to say?
Excuse me, but who are you? Who would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first? Though clearly you're not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign. Oh, sorry, yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup. What? Dressed up with exotic spices. What is he talking about?
Finally, we're at soup.
We're at soup. You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical
Gesticulation?
about? Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first, before inquiring after the name of another. Oh, of course, yes. I'm Ryosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student lawyer, really.
My name is Susato Mikotoba. I am Mr. Naruhodo's assistant.
I see. My name is Benedict. Yes. Eggert Benedict.
Enchanté.
Alright. He's so refined to how he holds himself and how he speaks, but the name is suspicious.
You tell me you wouldn't carry a child for 9 months and then name them Eggert?
Now to the matter at hand. My overcoat, return it at once to someone with the style to carry it on. I remember you posting that.
I had to. The freaking motion capture on this guy.
Oh my god.
Every move he makes, every breath he takes, I can't stand watching him.
Well. So, let that be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Eggert Benedict, sir.
Mm-hmm.
With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back.
This is why I hate grown-ups.
I also like, she's wearing suspenders, by the way.
Yeah, she is. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar.
And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. But of course, sir, here is the disc for you. Just this one? Pardon, sir? I was expecting another... that is, I deposited another disc. Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, utterly. You're hiding one of those more of what's rightfully mine, are you?
Says who, eh? I don't know nothing about it.
Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style.
Why do you say that? Wait a minute. That disc is mine.
Oh!
Dang!
What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal.
Oh my! Yes! There's blood on the disc!
It's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on them. That's what I mean. Oh.
I find it first, alright? I mean, it belonged to me, old man.
Hey, wait, I don't want to get involved. I'm gonna get in trouble again.
Oh god. So you're not having it. Or you take it.
Me?
If I hang on to it, I'll have it off me again, so you keep hold of it.
Wait, I'm gonna get in
This has
trouble.
nothing to do
Miss
with me,
Lestrade,
actually.
Why is this stick so important to her? I guess I have the disc with blood on it now.
Ew, it's all bloody.
You there, in the black livery. Hand that disc to me at once, please.
No, don't! He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars.
What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? Can I leave? No, just gonna...
She's just standing there with her arms crossed.
I can leave if I'd like, actually. Can I?
Bye.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
Don't you think there's something even to...
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Is like, are you sure we did everything you need to do?
My bad.
Well, what do you think you should do, Becky?
It looks like...
Actually, before you do that, I'm gonna be right back.
Alright.
Hello? Hey! Oh. Oh, I see it. I've seen this video before. I feel like. Of course, Kara posts the interaction we had. How did you tweet this out so fast? No. Should make him play it. I would give to be that dull. It's cute. Notifications.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Windybank is clearly at a loss here. We have to do something about this before he reaches for the revolver of his. That revolver of his. Oh my god.
What are we gonna do?
Wow, Mrs. Strata is really looking daggers at the mysterious gentleman. We need to do something to calm things down before she loses control and attacks him again. Looking at those piercing eyes, he's clearly in no mood to talk. We have to do something quickly before the mysterious man leaves to fetch the police or something. Hey, Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes, what are you examining with such keen interest there? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. This,
What's wrong?
oh my god, what's happening? Oh, that was you.
You found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry?
After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows.
Oh my god.
Purely ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. Bro, if you wanted to join the conversation, you could have done so at any moment in time.
Nobody was stopping you.
So feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, this 7% solution of caramel.
Wait, that just says his name though. It's like freaking chocolate?
His own chocolate bar. Pray, do you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo? But how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Bro, nothing was stopping you from coming to talk to us.
Why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? This man is so witty. Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know.
Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered.
You really were sad, weren't you? Poor Mr. Sholmes, I feel simply awful for you.
It would seem that my inferences are correct.
I'm sure you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again?
My dear madam, sometimes I wonder.
Sometimes I also wonder.
Were my genius for deduction to be commoditized? How much could I pawn it for?
It seems Mr. Solms has another of his flashes of inspiration. But who knows if it will help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Oh, Jesus. Yeah,
just leave it.
Nah.
Yo, Mr. Sholmes, hurry up. We're going home. I'm
Sholmes, let's
hungry.
return to your estate.
I want to keep eating my bacon and eggs, alright?
And they're really cold. Oh, here we go.
Well, Mr. Strahd, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament.
It would seem.
Where the blazes have you been, eh?
Well, you know.
Sad, depressed in the corner. You wouldn't get it. Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, it's you gents supposed to be there to help straight away, not an hour later.
Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you?
Mr. Egbert Benedict. You have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn.
I beg your pardon?
The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with the intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions?
How? He's returned as white as a hard-boiled egg. Yeah, egg.
It would seem that once again, Mr. Schultz has made a flawless deduction.
Just who do you think you are, sir?
Ah, yes, as I hoped. That's precisely the pained expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin?
Oh, here we go.
You want to dance with me, Sean?
Yay!
Yay!
Maybe I could frickin' say the line with you this time.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I hope it's not a word in the middle. I'm like, I don't know what that word is.
The great deduction. The game is afoot. Let's go.
Yeah. Topic 1, Mystery Man's aim.
First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something far different.
Oh, what's in your hand, sir?
As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you onto this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer.
Oh.
The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement for this very shop. Not even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane which you unwittingly clutched to your person exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction.
What a word.
That was a big word.
I've had this cane for years. Oh.
The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule. It's like, what? The end of any cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip.
He's
looking! We analyzing?
Mm-hmm.
And yet, detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. I mean, anyone with eyes can see that. I don't think you need to put your goggles on. Therefore, there's only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all.
Oh, I heard that.
Ooh. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently felicitate the answer to this next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? You don't have to call it a rod. Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused.
Oh, were they?
What walking cane demands such a stout handle? Mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod is the broken handle of a shovel.
What? Are you insane?
But now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. Alright.
Well, conclusion. To tunnel underneath the pawnbrokery. Okay. Alright, let's get to great crime.
Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning.
This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath the pawnbrokery with a broken shovel? What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose? Save for such a fanciful theory. What possible reason could I have to do as you say?
Oh, but there is ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Oh. And your furtive gaze is more telling than I could
I see
oppose.
a puppy over there! Do you see that dog over there?
Okay. Oh, I do!
Hit your friend! Adorable.
That's cute.
What?
Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the console notice on the counter to which your eyes are inadvertently drawn. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewage works, beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road.
Oh, actually.
My armband!
Hold on.
Okay, let's...
Ooh, that is kind of... Ooh. Oh! Oh! What?
Whoa! Whoa!
Nani?
Nani?
Nani kore? Oh, hello? Well.
Form it gilded.
Well, I'm just gonna look back at that in a second, but I'm doing this right now.
Interrupting the
Interesting.
deduction to look at that. Oh, I
Sorry,
read that,
did you
never
read
mind.
this? Okay.
I did. I was gonna say it again, too.
This madness has entered the sewers now, has it?
By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway.
Oh my god, my finger!
Let's look at that disc again. That flows in very close proximity to the Great Vault of the financial institution opposite.
What are you?
In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by the dint of the underground tunnels. Make that sound? That makes sense.
Okay. Master plan? Did you like my voice crack?
Master plan. Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off with? What? The underground vault of the bank.
Are you quite serious?
Having consulted with the Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict?
I have no idea what you're talking about. He's like, what
Allow
are
me
you spewing?
What is this guy talking about? Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence.
What are we looking at?
You got evidence?
Oh,
That's all.
okay.
Tip. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know.
A postcard of the Great Expedition? I'm afraid you've quite lost me.
Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Expedition will soon be underway. And the government has provided extra funds to complete the centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of this road.
Pardon?
Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating.
Okay.
Is the theft of that which sits in the vault of the bank, the special reserve funds for the Great Expedition.
When? When did he come to this conclusion?
Exhibition?
Okay.
Wait, what are you saying?
What happened?
It's exhibition. I don't know why I said expedition like they're freaking traveling.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. Hello? What is going on out there?
I hear that. Hello?
God.
Alright, conclusion. To steal the Great Exposition's reserve funds. They pounded over there!
Happening now? Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Sholmes. I think I said expedition, by the way. When it's
I
exposition.
think that's why I said it too.
Yeah, it was me.
But it's... Oh.
Sir, come here for a second.
Come here.
That
didn't make any sense. Are you sure that's what you wanted to say?
Are you sure that's, like, your final deduction? Like, because, it kinda didn't make sense, and I'm sitting here, like, trying to twiddle my thumbs and think of something.
You're literally embarrassing me here. Literally, I'm embarrassed right now. Well, Mr. Naruhodo?
I'm embarrassed right now. You embarrassed me. Alexa, get embarrassed me right now for you. Like, this man is like staring at you from across the room right now. Like, don't look around. Don't look behind you.
Stop, don't stare at him.
Hey, just don't stare at him. Turn. We're gonna fix this, okay? I'm gonna help you. Alright.
An impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Disagree.
Was it true that what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault?
Indeed, though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Rexon told me, in the strictest of confidence.
Huh.
But you just announced it to everyone here, rather loudly, in fact.
Ah.
As if it's such a big secret. How would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it?
There can be but one explanation for that. Clearly it is because the man is a criminal.
But what if he didn't do anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret.
Oh.
Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windy Bank will? He already had plenty of shovels here after all. Oh my life! I assure you I'm not
Unscrupulous?
Scrupulous? Whatever the heck that means.
Bro, stop everything right now. Twitter literally just alerted me that scientists have found a massive planet that shouldn't exist. I don't know why it notified me of this.
That shouldn't exist. I mean, I'm afraid to tell you planets exist, but...
I hate to say it, but planets do be existing. I know, it's... I don't know why it notified me, like, it was that important. Well, hopefully this has taught you all a valuable lesson.
What?
Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care.
Yeah, not to be told to everybody.
One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them. And once the word is out, it's out.
Yes. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Schultz.
An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo, an excellent idea.
This man is aware.
He knows he's not to be trusted.
Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure.
Yes, let's listen to the great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape. Oh.
Schultz, come here. Sit on my lap. Time to give you a massage. Very well, then let us start once more from the beginning. Of Herlock Sholmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular.
Let's go. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes.
Mr. Sholmes, you're embarrassing me in front of 3 people! I don't have to read that. First of all, we must ask you.
Nah.
Too much.
Actually, let's take a look at what the heck that is. So by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor.
Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of a bank across the road.
But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? No. I think it's fair to say its motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where? What did Mr. Benedict hear, at this particular point in time? What does this say?
Well?
Stylish hat. Why can I point to his hat? Okay.
Maybe we should look at it, actually, examine it.
I think I am going to examine
I didn't.
it. Okay.
I never examined it.
What's going on with your hat? The silky top hat is whiter than white. Only an English gentleman would hope to carry off something so bright. But it looks so incongruous. With the black overcoat, don't you think? Perhaps it's the latest London fashion. I mean, it's just guesswork, of course.
How about it, Mr. Naruhodo? I think you look very
fetching in a top hat, white top hat. Well, you know, I think it might look rather incongruous with my black uniform, university uniform, so they just like outed this man.
Dude, it's freaking Doug Dimmadome over here.
I wish to look at the. Oh, wait! What's on the back here?
What's going on back
What
here?
is that? It's her. Oh,
That little drawing.
who drew her? Look at all the scribbled note on the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it. What is it? Listen to what it says. Name: Gina Lestrade. Height: 5'2". She's 5'2". Green cap, scruffy
She's
white
tiny.
coat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. Oh, these people! Oh my god! It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness! There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although, if he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade in his face for sure. And look, the details of this shop have been written down here too. Windy Bank's Brokery Shop, Baker Street, redemption deadline. Oh, it's hers. It's her redemption deadline. Ah, who wrote? Okay, which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all this information scribbled on the back of the piece of paper? He was trying to get her thing. Info about Mrs. Lestrade. I kind of want to look at this real quick. It's a proper Englishman cane, isn't it? Look at the beautifully polished brass on the handle. Yes, but Mr. Sholmes is right. It's not the sort of handle you usually see at a cane. Perhaps it's the latest London fashion. I mean, it's just guesswork. Oh. Perhaps you could adopt a cane, Mr. Naruhodo. It might rather suit you. I have a feeling it might argue with the sword around my waist.
No.
It might argue with the sword. Yeah, I mean, Cosmo was dual wielding. Who's to say you can't do it to you?
What do you mean he was dual
He
wielding?
was dual wielding.
What? No, he's not. The heck? Stop believing everything you see on the internet.
I don't. What? No! It was in concept art.
Well, yeah.
It was in concept art, you silly. Yes, I brought you to the shop in the first place is the info with Miss Lestrade.
Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer. Pertain to the pickpocket, Miss Lestrade, and to Mr. Windibank's pawnbroker here.
Ah. You originally told us that you were merely giving chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you.
But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie.
It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Windy Bank's Brokery, and today the redemption deadline of that overcoat.
So you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you waited down to arrive. Ready? And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there's some ulterior motive for your actions. Wait a minute. That's it. For some reason, I forgot that he would repeat himself.
No, that's sometimes me too. Because I was like, wait, when did we get back into the... Yeah.
Yeah, he does it so flawlessly too, so I kind
Yeah,
of like,
oh wait, we read this, oh. So, what's going on? What's Ferrule? It's the metal cap commonly found at the end of the cane, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah, the bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement. Yes, exactly, and Mr. Sholmes is right. He appears to be missing on this cane. But it doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. The gentleman currently did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious. In other words, There's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather not. We don't know. Let's take a look at the cane here.
It's definitely not his cane what you're looking at right now.
I know, it's like him.
You're just staring at him.
I'm trying to get an angle of the cane. But, there doesn't really seem to be anything with it right now. Can I? Oh my god, these controls! I am... There we go. I think they're... No, not the stylish hat. Hold on. Initially... Oh my god, the gator back there! I didn't even notice it!
The gator?
Yeah!
Oh my god!
I didn't notice it until he like zoomed in from this angle. I'm like, hello? Look there, Mr.
Anyways, he's got beautiful eyes.
He does have beautiful eyes. There's some letters on the handle. That's not even his... That's not his...
What do you mean, Agert Benedict? Come on.
Well, it's
obviously.
initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names. So Herlock Sholmes would be HS, you mean? That's right. And the initials of the cane, obviously... Oh. AG? What does it feel as though that's not quite right? Like... Yeah, I want to see that gator back there. Hold on. Oh, it's a good gator!
Oh, that is a good gator. I've never seen it.
Gator. I didn't even know. I guess I can present this because I'm like, that's not your cane, beat.
Present the stylish hat.
The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing.
A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Agert Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. EB. EBDB. Yet, in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. And the eyelashes, too. This man's, like, pretty.
I know.
Incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree?
No, you're wrong. This cane isn't... You said before that you'd had this cane for years.
Yo, Ryunosuke, you got your hand on your... Oh,
I wasn't paying attention.
I got you. About to take a screenshot.
Attention. So don't try to tell us about that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park.
In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. He sent you the screenshot online.
Thank you.
You recoil, sir.
Okay, we're back at it.
I just wanted to say that.
Something ripped, though, or whatever the heck that was. It was like...
Yes, your reaction conceals the truth.
Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed the fine-looking overcoat, and now
that's not the voice I wanted to use. Mysterious man has appeared introducing himself as with a fake
Sound
name.
a little feminine, Ryunosuke.
and claiming that
The overcoat belongs to him.
That wasn't... that sounds too good. Maybe Cosmo really is still here.
Uh-oh. But we know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade with a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat can't possibly belong to him. Something ripped, and I want to investigate. The seam rippied! I don't know. was like, I heard that. He wouldn't possibly wear this overcoat if it's ripped.
Oh, the seam on the shoulder here is coming apart. Look!
So it is. Do you know a moment ago that Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said?
I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded like
A tiny growl.
Now I think it was probably the sound of the seam ripping open.
If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. The seams are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. Oh my god, my eye is burning.
I'm getting too emotional about this.
If you were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart.
That I'd like to see.
Susato?
Susato! Sorry?
What?
So how can we
Ignores him.
make Mr. Benedict run around? She really giving this some thought. You know,
Dang,
guys, how can we
she's,
make
like, openly-
Kazuma? How can we make Kazuma run around? Am I right?
That's funny. She's like openly like, so
What's up?
She's like...
The split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding the riddle, you see.
Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit.
Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart.
My suspicions are aroused from the outset.
Oh,
That's a nice little transition.
Yeah.
When you so badly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid his pickpocket. Arg! This catalog of untruth has been for one very specific purpose. Alright, Becky. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Windibank. But what really irks me is this. What do we... There we go. Oh no? Okay, never mind. The considerable crime that I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. Well, don't worry about it, because we saw the first thing, okay?
To abscond with the redeemed order.
At least we didn't read that one together, because that one for sure you would have said it wrong. Abscond. Don't embarrass me. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Wait,
Wait, this definitely sounds different.
It's new. Yeah, it's definitely
Wait a
new.
minute,
It's
what
like,
the
well,
heck?
hold
Wait,
on.
This is utterly absurd. I was waiting. Okay, you suggest that I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to flitch some tawdry article of pawnage. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner using the watchword? Had I been... Oh, no. Oh, shoot. No. I meant to read. Hold on. Had I been the one to deposit it in the first place? How could I possibly have known the relevant details? I don't know what the heck that is.
Son in French.
Alright.
Oh, but the watchword can be discovered.
Why is this different now?
Alright.
That's interesting.
Was you only well too aware, Mr. Benedict? And that's it.
Okay.
Question mark?
The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think.
Yes, now no more talk of the tunneling in the sewers. That's why it changed. Okay. Which is a pity because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword.
Yes, Professor. If you didn't know the word, Mr. Windybank would never have allowed you to redeem the article.
Or look at it another way. If you did know the word, Mr. Windybank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somewhere? Method revealed by the counter. How did you find someone else's watchword? Oh.
Gun.
It was the gun.
Look at this.
Oh, right. Look at this, Mrs. Sato.
Look at this, Mrs. Sato.
It appears to be a memo that Mr. Windybank has scribbled to himself.
Let's see. What does it say? Oh, Professor. It's just out in the open. They're both just like...
Mr. Windybank must take a note of the watchwords his customers give him right before their eyes. An alarmingly clear script as well. Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see?
Well, obviously, it's just...
Duh!
Yeah. I want to see what the heck this is, though. Baker Street Works is the title. Yes, and it does mention sewage works, as Mr. Sholmes said. Oh! It specifically mentions that tonight's sale at the confectionery shop on the corner won't be affected. Case solving first. Confectionery later, Mr. Naruhodo.
Mr. Naruhodo?
Curse my overly expressive face. He was like looking real hard. He's just like, confectionery. The method is revealed. The notelet on the counter in which your eyes ever inadvertently drawn.
Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on a notelet he has on hand.
Oh.
Please take a look at my badge. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that with the article in question.
I expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about?
It is increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusation against Mrs. Strahd.
In all likelihood, you followed her inside when observing her talking to Mr. Windybank. When the diligent broker made the note of the watchword as it is common practice, you observed him writing the word Professor on the notelet beside the ledger. And he also just has his gun laying on the desk. Just laying
Yeah. Dangerous.
Oh my god.
And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to see the pawned article for the young Miss Lestrade.
Master plan?
Ugh.
Okay.
Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker?
Read that.
For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box. Dicks?
Oh. Oh, Ami, what's on the
You
mind?
get this, Dicks.
Well,
But naturally, you had very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I read that one though.
I think this one was red too. I think we're back to where we need to be.
Oh, yes, yes. This here, it's just like, The articles were talking about the overcoat and the music box disc. This one, that was in one of the pockets.
Which, according to Mr. Windybank, isn't even worth a penny.
And yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why?
I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo.
Could we? Really? I better have a look through all the evidence I've collected thus far. Yeah, so we were looking at
all
this.
the evidence.
Yeah, we're looking at this. That's just his blood. Let's go to the back and turn that around there.
For McGilded.
Oh, there's a little scribble on the paper stuck on the reverse side of the disc, too. And a scribbled word or two. It looks like somebody's name.
And then everybody's just like, wow.
That
For
name.
Mr. Gilded.
McGilded. It couldn't be.
But it is Mr. Naruhodo. A name I shall never forget as long as I live.
But why? Why is his name on this? That's all they had to say about it, because we really don't know. This one. Look at all the little bumps on the disc. They're so tiny.
Yes, the protrusions are called pins, and they pluck the teeth of the comb to make notes. And just on the edge, there's a small amount of blood.
Yes, the blood of the mysterious Mr. Eggert Benedict.
When Miss Lestrade tried to grab the disc from him, the pin scratched his fingers, it seems.
Like when you're grating some daikon radish and accidentally cut your finger. Ouch! Just thinking about it hurts. It put me off eating radish. It's like I had a traumatic experience.
What?
You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know. What's that on the back?
It reads for McGilded. Mr. Magnus McGilded. The unfortunate philanthropist who perished in the curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his lone mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of his scruples. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate?
Mr. McGilded was a man of unusual small stature, in fact.
Oh, tiny man.
He was precisely the size for the overcoat that you're squeezing yourself into. That's what I thought. I was thinking that for some reason. I was just like, those broad shoulders. I was like, is that his overcut? Wait, it's clipping through his leg if you see that.
Oh, it is. Oops! Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggert Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today...
Oh, here we go.
Becky. Come on, Becky. Come on, Becky. Was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Or who you say? You can't say it slow.
I did. You weren't speaking. That was you.
I slowed down because you did.
No, I was going, and then it's like when I spoke, you like spoke like maybe a second later. I'm like, oh my god, what?
It's the lag.
To acquire an item deposited by Mr. McGilded. Deduction complete.
Deduction complete. Elementary. Well, well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances.
Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind.
I like how Mr. McGilded comes back up 2 months later.
Right?
Again.
Dead, but
So it's
still
just
part
like,
of the story.
Alright, it looks like case 5 is gonna be about this mystery.
Solving this mystery, perhaps?
Maybe.
Well, pray tell, Mr. Sato.
Well, according to what Mr. Windybank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat would have been redeemed, was it not?
Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Oh, that was 2 months before he was dead, you know?
Yeah.
Well, today is the 15th of April, so 2 months ago today would have been the 15th of February, sir. That's right. That's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m. Well, that's late. I see. What?
But that suggests...
Wait. Wasn't that the day he died?
Yes, the 15th of February. It's precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place.
Oh, wait, the murder! Oh, it's all coming back. What's this?
And 10:30 in the evening.
Oh! In precisely the time in which the terrible events were unfolding. Oh! Oh my god, the plot thickens.
Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence.
Okay. Alright, okay.
Thinking?
So... McGilded was in the... oh my god, like I... We're gonna see... Are we gonna see Mr. Fairplay again in this role?
Bruce Fairplay making his third return.
Bruce Fairplay, his third return on the court. Sure. Yeah.
Who knows? We'll just have to see.
He has nothing to say. You have, of course, a liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose, however. Oh my god! Hold on! Wait! Wait! You must insist your hand over the music box. He pulled the revolver that was sitting there! No, nobody put it away!
Just...
I must insist you hand over the music box disc now.
You know, so you having a gun pulled on him.
It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. I mean, I left it in a box.
It's true, Benedict, you had to be there. Alright.
I had to be there. I actually came here in a box. So, I mean, I'm very familiar with the...
It would just be ironic, really, and a little funny.
What do I do? Absolutely not. Well...
What would Kazuma do?
He would
WWKD.
He would hand over the disc.
Are you sure?
I don't know. He's very...
Of course he would.
He's like, here you go. I don't want to be shot.
Sorry, Miss Lestrade, I don't want to be shot. I don't want to go home.
What if I said no and he
box.
shot me? I kind of want to...
You want to see Ryunosuke get shot?
I just want to... I kind of want to do this. There are some things a man must protect at all costs.
See, that's what Kazuo would do.
This may well be one of those things. Oh! Then again, I may not. Oh.
Hold it!
Hold on, I've got a gun
Windybank.
too! Mr. Windybank! This is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers if that were to happen. I must have to take my own life. Mr.
Save
Windybank,
me.
no! Alright, that's enough.
Was it nothing?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's not me.
It's it!
Inspector Gregson! Oh, there it is.
Dun it! Dun it! Ba-na-na-na-na. Love it when he shows up and his theme kicks off.
I just start dropping low. Papa, what are you doing? I was like,
Why are you? Are you? Why are you shaking your ass?
She hit the tab.
She hit the tab.
Inspector.
That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now what's all this about, eh?
Oh, Presby, you're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment. You can put that down. Thank you.
Here we go.
It would seem you have the upper hand.
You're just gonna let him go?
Apparently so.
What? You have some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy.
Petty?
I almost got
Mr.
shot!
Windibank very nearly met his end. With his end.
Yeah, by his own gun as far as I can tell. Did he not see that Ryunosuke was being held at gunpoint?
Oh dear.
And the whole of Britain could meet with its end if I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on.
What? What on earth is the case, Inspector?
Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. No matter. It's nothing to do with you lot.
I mean, it probably will.
At some point, Gregson, you
don't know
Anyways,
how my life is. I get pulled into all sorts of nonsense.
without consent, Ryunosuke just gets part of a middle of a whole conspiracy or something. Just because he's there, just standing in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly.
People are like, hey, do you want to hear about my trauma? Like, oh, okay, I guess. Anyway, so you're gonna have to come with me down to the station.
But of course, Inspector.
Whoa!
He's getting away! Cut off the head, lads! Whistle the beat, officer! Ooh! Sir!
Oh my god.
I don't know what they expected!
Oh man, he was too fast. There's been a spate of thefts at pawn shops around here recently. So we fit an emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble.
Ah, the good old panic button.
Nice.
Oh, Inspector, I was very worried for a while. Very worried indeed.
Now then, Mr. Permanently in Mourning. You know what? I am, okay?
Yes?
I'll be taking that whatever it's called of McGilded's down to the yard, thank you very much.
It's gonna get stolen too. Just like this man just got away.
Right? You think we can trust you?
Oh, yes, of course.
No, don't give it to him, it's mine, it is, mine! I'm sorry, miss. But anything belonging to McGilded has to be taken in as evidence now.
Evidence?
If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector.
He just takes it out of my freaking hand.
Right. Grr.
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 And so, we handed Mr. McGilded's disc over to Inspector Gregson. Or summarily, turfed out of the shop and, onto the street. Wow,
What
the
if
end
it
of
said
chapter
the
1.
end? Yeah, what if it said the end at the bottom right? What would you have done? What? Oh my god, what a steal!
That was interesting.
Yeah, nice little
I didn't know Mr. McGilded's stuff would come back up, but I was just like, they wouldn't just leave it.
No, right?
Oh.
It's just interesting how things are just kind of coming out. When you turn that disc over and you see it says for McGill, you're like,
I was like, wait a minute! He's come back up?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna pause here for a second, just so I can take a shower and stuff, and I'll come right back.
Ah, gotcha.
Yes.
Yes.